Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401 Key Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor at wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge and CEO at Trow, TPSU, and 401k TV. I review all of last week's stories and select the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story, and the beat goes on as the surging U.S. economy added 350,000 new jobs in January, doubling experts' estimates, while unemployment fell to 3.7%. Overall, 3.1 million jobs were added in 2023, all of which could lead to interest rate cuts. The professional and business sector, which had lagged in the past, added 74,000 jobs, second only to healthcare and education, which added 112,000 positions. Hourly wages increased 0.6%, beating inflation, which could lead to some of the estimated 5.8 workers on the sidelines to come back into the market. On the other hand, Challenger, Gray & Christmas, an executive recruiting firm, reported that the number of firms laying off workers increased by 98% in 2023, while bond king Jeffrey Gundlach questions the validity of the job numbers, noting that 88% of states, plus the District of Columbia, reported higher unemployment rates. Regardless of who is right, the war for talent continues, with the emphasis on benefits, especially DC plans, as concerns about the viability of Social Security rises, with an emphasis perhaps on retention versus recruiting. Next story, Mariner Wealth Advisors announced the acquisition of Anco and 4th Street, which collectively manage $109 billion, mostly institutional money, much of which is in retirement plans. Not only did the 2 acquisitions more than double their AUM, Mariner is another example of an RIA aggregator strategically focusing on the retirement market. As wealth and retirement converge at the workplace, pairing the 2 capabilities is no longer a nice-to-have capability, exemplified by CapTrust push into the wealth advisor market over the past 7 years, followed by other RPA aggregators more recently. This convergence is heating up, and now Mariner is right there near the top of the heap, with Creative Planning the leader as a result of their acquisition of Lockton's retirement division and more recently, Mesereau's advisory practice. Next story, due to inflation and high interest rates, Marshberry, the leading benefits at PNC and now a retirement M&A banker, reported dips in deals in 2023, echoed by DeVoe and Echelon, while Rhino is seeing a slight downturn for RPAs as the pool of advisors decreases. Yet PE money is increasing, accounting for 68% or 185 of the 275 deals, down from 292 in 2022. As the market matures and deals get bigger, like Financial Focus, sale to private equity, Thomas Lee's announcement to sell Hightower, and of course Goldman's sale of United Capital to Creative Planning, as well as refinancing and rebranding at CI Financial, look for larger PE firms to get involved. Meanwhile, United Capital's founder Joe Duran started a new firm, Rising Growth, with a $250 million war chest, and Carl Hackenberg, former CEO at Emigrant Partners, raised a whopping $1 billion for his new firm, Constellation Wealth. So rather than a trend, the recent dip in advisor M&A seems to be just a road bump as the convergence of wealth and retirement heats up. Next story. Cerulli's recent research is showing that only 7% of advisors recommend active target dates, with an equal number recommending either passive or blend strategies, which, like the job growth numbers, fly in the face of reality as American funds and active money managers led all target date providers and inflows in 2023 with $20 billion, who along with Fidelity, another active manager, accounted for over 56% of all inflows. It just may be an example of asking someone what they would do versus what they're actually doing. Finally, are the new crop of fintech record keepers led by Guideline, Human Interest, Vestwell, and Betterment viable? According to the irreverent Retireaholics and the venerable former retirement head Charlie Nelson, the answer is no. But unlike their internet record keeper predecessors of the early 2000s, who espoused disruption and world dominance, these new fintechs, who have raised $1.5 billion collectively, are riding the waves of the explosion of small plans and convergence, which many existing TPAs and RPA and record keepers cannot. Read my latest wealthmanagement.com column, which goes into depth into the subject, profiling some of the top fintechs that RPAs and wealth advisors need to know about and which ones are most viable. So those are the most important stories from the past week. I listed a few other stories I thought worth reading, including Pantera announces a new partnership with a $32 billion advisory firm. American Funds launches a PEP for their customized target date. Why small business owners do not start a DC plan. Morningstar and Nuveen partner to offer guaranteed income. And most plan sponsors see retirement income products as too complex. Please let me know if I missed anything or if you have any comments. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking with you next week on 401k Real Talk.